Hi, I'm Jana Mason with the UNHCR, which is the Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. We're also known as the UN Refugee Agency. Who is a refugee? The Convention defines a refugee very specifically as someone who, because of a well-founded fear of being persecuted for reasons of race, religion, nationality, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion, is outside the country of his or her nationality and is unable or unwilling to avail himself of the protection of that country. So let's unpack this a bit. First of all, the person has to be outside the country of his or her citizenship. And second, he or she has to have a well-founded fear of persecution if returned to that country. And the persecution has to be based on one of 5 specific grounds: race, religion, nationality, which is usually interpreted to mean ethnicity, political opinion, we generally understand that one, or membership in a particular social group. Now, this category is sometimes considered a catch-all category that can mean a number of different things. As you can see from this definition, refugee status isn't for persons who are solely fleeing war or generalized violence, although that's of course a factor in many refugee-producing situations. Instead, they have to have a fear of persecution. An asylum seeker is someone who says that he or she is a refugee, but whose claim has not yet been definitively evaluated. This term is often used for individuals who apply directly to a government for asylum, like in the United States, or it could apply to a larger group of people when it's not clear why they fled their country. You'll notice that I didn't mention anything about people fleeing natural disasters or climate change. This is indeed a huge phenomenon, but these persons aren't considered refugees under international law. First, because they generally remain in their home countries, and second, because refugee status is based on a fear of persecution. While people uprooted by natural disaster can be considered internally displaced persons, UNHCR's work with IDPs is primarily with those who are displaced because of conflict or persecution. We also promote and facilitate what's become known as the 3 durable solutions for refugees, which are: number 1, voluntary repatriation, which means voluntarily going home when it's safe to do so. 2, local integration, which means staying in and integrating into the host country with the same rights provided to citizens of that country. And finally, permanent resettlement in another country, such as the United States. Resettlement is a wonderful solution, and it helps about 100,000 refugees a year start a new life in a new country. But unfortunately, it's available to less than 1% of the world's refugees in any given year. So that's a very basic overview of refugees and related terminology. Thank you very much for your interest.